Thank you for being here. These days, many on Capitol Hill have adopted a Cliff Note representation using promoting the general welfare clause of the Constitution to raise our taxes. Okay. I wonder if our children would appreciate this level in consideration when they are handed the bill. To date, half a penny on a dollar of GDP of the stimulus has been circulated to union contractors and omitting 80% of legitimate non-union contractors that pay the taxes. Politically valuable electoral areas are getting stimulus 2-to-1 over other areas. They promised us 3 million jobs, we lost 3 million jobs. They promised us 8% unemployment if they passed the stimulus bill, and now it's close to 10%. They promised us responsible spending, and we get the most costly Band-Aid ridden spending spree in the history of the United States. Now the Vice President is conveniently calling an end to the recession just before the next congressional session. Federal revenues have declined close to $700 billion under the current administration. Our government uses the Social Security surplus to fund itself. So a full $2 trillion of the current administration's $3.6 trillion federal budget is deficit spending. The Democrats need a contrived economic win so they can pass their big drug company-supported government-controlled health care agenda, as well as their cap-and-trade fiasco. It is not about expensive health care, it is about controlled drug company profits and another revenue stream to plunder. It's not about inexpensive health care, it's about it's not about cost-effective solution to clean air, climate change, and preserving the environment. It's about expanded bureaucracy, a huge revenue stream, and passing a hitting tax onto our families. It's about smoke and mirrors, more borrowed money, more unsustainable spending, and more taxation. It's about the 111th Congress driving our economic bus into the river. The economically inexperienced on Capitol Hill are telling us that we can grow our economy out of debt. President Reagan grew us out of deficits, but he had the demographics and a common sense on his side. The people believed in Ronald Reagan. Presently, 5 million baby boomers will retire each year for the next 20 years. Their full ride entitlements will fall on a ratio of 2.5 to 1 on our younger taxpayers. We cannot grow ourselves out of yearly $2 trillion deficits on a globalized service-based economy, unfair trade, and a deteriorated manufacturing base. The next baby boom will dwarf our current demographic. It will put our economy on a sustainable path of prosperity managed correctly. In the meantime, we must create and preserve a fiscally conducive environment so our children will have the same American experience that our parents passed to us. In the meantime, we must squash this ill-conceived, fiscally challenged, radical uprising being led by a half-turned senator and a Washington, D.C. insider. We must reduce government by at least 25%, even if it takes replacing every incumbent in Congress, congressman, senator, and president to do so. We must strengthen Social Security because the current administration has tripled the money supply and opened the door to inflation on our seniors. I sometimes wonder if our politically savvy independents and engaged youngsters saw this great socialist, sovereignless, insolvent society coming down the pike. Did they ever envision $20 trillion in national debt by 2012? Did they ever envision amnesty for 20 million illegals just to harvest the vote? Did they ever think that our government would consider socialism the solution to utter fiscal stupidity? They're still wondering whatever happened to change, line by line, transparency, bringing the troops home, and a new era of responsibility. They too are sick of the big Joseph Goebbels-style lie, media abuse, and manipulation. They too are sick of the attempt to control every aspect of our lives. They like us, are afraid of what these people are doing to our beloved country and the economy. As far as my opponent, David Wu, he stated the following at a St. Helens Town Hall meeting in response to a concerned senior citizen's question on being called the mob. As part of David Wu's response, he stated, "My political obituary has been written many times. If you do not like like how I represent you, vote for somebody else. I think we should call them on that one. I'll close this out with, I'm a son of a military patriot and a hardworking German immigrant mother. I'm a veteran, a small business owner, and a competent real estate investor. I'm not a pathologically congenial, spineless chameleon. I will not dishonor you by shaking your hand, looking you in the eye, telling you what to want to hear for political expedience. I will honor you with truth and integrity. And unlike the politically protected, I live the oath to duty, honor, and country. My family's birth certificate was written in 1776. Its paper, the fabric of freedom, justice, equality, and unlimited opportunity. Its ink, the blood of patriots from Valley Forge. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow patriots, this travesty of a government cannot stand. It must not stand, and we will not let it stand. My name is Steve Brodhead. I thank you for listening.